For today's knife, we're going to use a Henkel's paring knife. This thing's probably bought new in about 95. So whatever steel that is, supposedly a 440A-ish. But it's stainless. It likes to burr more than some of the other steels I like to sharpen. Here's after 20 strokes with the 250 grit matrix stone, and this is where the edge cut the best filament. If you've watched any of my videos, you know the routine. This one I'm sharpening at 21 degrees per side, or the sharpener's set at 21 degrees. So, and this is my wife's knife, so I do sharpen it a little lower or higher angle for her. So let's do 30 more strokes. 1, 2, 3. Lots of burrs, and as you'll see, this is about as good as I can get this edge with this stone. And this is after another 30 strokes, and you can see where the edge cut through the filament. "30 more strokes, burrs are looking even worse, and you can see where the edge cut through the filament again. And after another 30 strokes, which is 150 total with this stone. Okay, looking like we've plateaued with the 80 micron, right around 400, 360 on the best score. So let's move on to the 40 micron stone, 450 matrix. And just using water today with a lot of soap, since it takes a while to clean all that oil out of the stones, even though they don't really absorb it. So let's do 20 passes, and see where that takes us. 1, 2, 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, well, I was thinking it was maybe the burrs causing the bad score, but I just don't think I've apexed yet. So 50 strokes to see what that does. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. And before using this stone again, I put a drop of dishwashing soap directly on the stone just to try and help get the oil out, and that seems to have made a big difference in the way it's cutting. It also cleaned up a lot of the black that was on it. Well, that's making a difference, but not a big enough difference, I guess, for what we want. So 50 more strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51. Okay, back to the 40 micron. Let's do 50 strokes this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 48, 49, 50. I think we've gone enough with this stone, but just for curiosity's sake, let's give it, say, 25 more strokes and test it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Changed my mind. $50 more strokes with this stone and got a best score of 301. And then this is the same edge, just a different spot, showing the biggest burr I could find on it. Okay, I think we're starting to see a nice little picture here where all these extra strokes are not doing any good, are they? So I've moved on to the 20 micron, the 950 matrix, and we're going to do some more strokes. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Certainly not the numbers we want to see, so let's give it another 30 strokes. I think that score was a little artificially low, as you'll see in the future, and we're going to give it another 20 strokes and see what it tests next. I'm going to do a little tangent here. I'm curious if oil would make any difference. It's stainless. It's making a lot more burrs than most steels I sharpen. Should be able to see a bigger difference here. Let's find out. I'm curious, but have been curious for a while. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, looks like oil didn't make a difference. So 10 micron, 30 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm willing to bet that's enough, but let's do another 30 strokes to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 micron, 30 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31. Burrs are looking better at the apex, but there's some kind of strange stray scratches and strange burring in the scratches. I think this steel's just getting a little on the soft side for diamond. So let's give it another 30 strokes and see what that does. The scores are still pretty lousy for this stone, and I don't see them getting any better. I don't think it's because of the burrs, because those have cleaned up nicely at least, so let's move on. Now, let's see what the 1 micron diamond loaded strop will do to this blade steel. I've just finished up with the 5 micron matrix stone, the 4000. Now I should be counting my my strokes too. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 25, 26, 27, 29, and 30. Let's go ahead and use this emulsion at 100%. Kind of put too much on, but that doesn't matter since it doesn't soak in. So let's see, 30 more strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2. Well, we're starting to create some burrs on the apex. I don't think these deeper stray scratches are from the strop. I think that's from the previous stones, just because they don't make it to the apex. Just this soft steel. Anyway, let's do another 30 strokes and see where that does us. After looking at that last photo under the microscope, it's obvious that we got too many stray scratches to get a nice polish on our strop. Since that's part of what I think stropping is, at least, you know, having a little pride in my work and, you know, doing the videos, should know what I'm doing, right? So I'm going to back up a little bit and try and polish those scratches out. And the way I'm going to do that, being this is a softer stainless, I'm going to use a 5 micron soft white aluminum oxide emulsion. I think diamond's just too aggressive quite often. So that's why I'm going with this. So I'm going to go, let's say, being aluminum oxide, I'm going to do 30 strokes. So get it spread around some. Okay. Now it's spread on my strop. So let's do 30 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's funny how similar the scratch pattern is between the 5 micron diamond and the 5 micron aluminum oxide, which is what this is. And one thing, the aluminum oxide doesn't create the burrs that the diamond does. It looks like it did the trick. So now, we gotta clean up our strop for the next. Let's try half micron aluminum oxide. Same white aluminum oxide, just 1/10 the size. And of course, when we're dealing with something this fine, contamination is a major problem. Way bigger than I think anyone's talking about. So what I do, I'm using an oil-based white mineral oil for the carrier on my emulsions for these strops. So I clean them off with isopropyl alcohol in between uses. Make sure everything's clean before adding the next emulsion. Not sure how this is going to work. I'm curious myself. Diamond polishes really nicely. So let's see, get it spread around the strop. There we go. Now let's do 30 strokes again. And when I'm using the strop, I'm pretty much just using the weight of the stone arm. Everything's aluminum, so this is a super light stone arm. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If I wanted to get this knife as sharp as possible, I would have continued with this emulsion, but I want to compare emulsions, show you what the differences are. So let's go on with diamond next. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. So let's do some diamond, some 1 micron diamond. I think we need 1 micron. I don't think half would do the polishing. So let's put some 1 micron on and polish it for another 30 strokes just to see if we can polish the bevel up. So 1. And I didn't clean the aluminum oxide off because I don't think it will harm anything. So it's half the size and 1/10 the hardness or something. 2, 3, 4, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is actually a really nice mirror polish. I'm trying to show off the scratches as best I can, so I use the light angle and bright light to show them off. So that's why we can see them here. As you can see, the apex is getting nicely polished, but funny how the best score went up. Pretty common theme I've been seeing comparing diamond to aluminum oxide when stropping. Okay, now that we got it relatively polished, maybe let's go ahead and see if we can get it back to sharp. So we're back to the half micron aluminum oxide, and let's do 30 passes, and I'll do 30 more after that. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Kind of a common theme. When I strop with diamond, I can never get it back to quite the same sharpness it was before with the aluminum oxide. Anyway, let's give it another strokes with this half micron aluminum oxide. Let's raise the angle by nearly half a degree. This used to be an old trick I would do to make sure I was reaching the apex with the finest stones. I just did 30 strokes with the the 5 micron matrix stone, and now I'm going to raise the angle by half a degree, which is just adding 50 thousandths. I only did 45, but 50 thou would be half a degree. Close enough for argument's sake. Just to make sure we're getting to the apex, and I'm going to do 10 strokes a side, because we're just trying to, clean up the apex by raising the angle a few degrees. So here it goes. Let's see what this does. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just in case you don't think I did enough there, 10 strokes wasn't enough. Let's go ahead and do 20 more strokes and measure it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm using no pressure whatsoever. 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Every time I've raised the angle just a hair to make sure I'm cleaning up the apex with my final stone, the best scores always go up. So, common theme here. This next photo is the bevel after using the 5 micron aluminum oxide matrix stone, which is a rare bird. Kind of good for deburring though in certain instances. And then the last photo is 1/2 micron on leather, and notice all the scratches. It doesn't polish nearly as well. So anyway, that's enough playing with this knife. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.